Adriana, welcome to the Page Mages. Thank you for joining. If you haven't got in the Discord yet, there will be a link on the community page. I think they're calling it posts now on YouTube. Hi Marie, hi Jen, hi Emma, hi Jeannie. Excellent. We're doing weeklies. I'm with Marie. I'm tired. But that's okay. I have some water. Gonna try and drink the whole thing during the live. We'll see how we go on that. All right, so this theme, this is what we're doing. This kind of thing. No Cricut cut headings though, because I'm not that organized. Hey Sarah Beth, how's it going? Not too much to send down the portal today. Because we're only doing wrapping paper and flowers and a couple of pens. That's about it. Oh, maybe some stamps. Actually, do you know what? I just got these new stamps. Let me grab them. Look, they're not quite the stamps from... Ooh, let's put my phone on silent. They're not quite the illuminated letter stamps, but let me just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There we go. They're still pretty cute, you know. Hi, hey, Kimberly and Selena. How's it going? And someone whose name I don't know how to say. But I will try if you feel like giving me a romanized version. Hey, Yogani, how's it going? From Thai. Yes, beautiful, beautiful written language. I wish I could read it, but I am not that talented. Hi Sharon and Tassie. Hey Jack. Lit tired, then have a nap. Then fires missus. It's like a millennial greeting almost. So I was thinking maybe instead of these, we could do these. Like the vibes are similar. And we'll just pair them up with the usual, you know, these pals. That could be fun. I don't know how much we'll need it because we're not dealing with as much space, but you know. A permanently exhausted pigeon. What an excellent descriptor. I wanted this one to be radial, and I have this bit, so I think I'm just gonna tear this into a bit of a circle. We're doing weeklies for September, in case they're from JOURNALSAY. I actually bought these ones though. I did not, these aren't for like a haul video or anything. I just bought some stuff for a workshop that I have coming up and used it as an excuse to get some things for myself, as you do. Just gonna make this kind of round, just approximately. We're not looking for perfection here. Yeah, the gold's pretty good, hey. Also, because the PET is quite shiny. lots of shiny going on here. So, tell me about your week. Oh, that's awesome, Sharon. I'm so excited to hear it. They're pretty fun. They look really fun. All filled in. Hey, Brennan. Frequently fatigued flamingo. I really like that. It's descriptive. It's also like adorable. Hi, Emily. Emily W. Hi, Ali. Welcome. I'm excited that you're here. I'm just folding this so that it will wedge nicely into the middle. Also, I'm thinking to make sure that I have this actually in the middle. We might do the ye olde grid spacing just to double check it. You know, I got so many Stash World pencils just sitting here in my pen cup. What's with that? A couple of them are rubbing off. That's not good. I want to rep Stash World wherever I can. So if that's the middle, I always think just slightly above the middle is the go. So I'm thinking if that's the high point, I'll just put a little pencil mark there and that'll help me orient myself, which is my, I think it was this one I'm using at the moment. I've got a few glue tapes on the go and I don't know which is which anymore. Oh, cyclone winds. That's wild. So you had cyclone winds and we had summer temperatures in Brisbane. Just kind of not the dream. That's my spatula friend. Ay. Cool. Let's do, I have this one like not pre-cut because it needs a little trim, but I had already chopped it out of the tape and not used it yet, so it's a big one. I figure it'll do the job here. And then what we might do, if I use the stamps, are they a bit big though for the space? Nah, you know what? I just want to use them, so let's go for it. It's gone okay so far. Hi Shima! A quick 15 minutes. I'll take what I can get. Oh yeah, our delicious weather change is fantastic, isn't it? To be back to like a reasonable spring temperature is really nice. And this was a new jumper and I just wanted to make sure it fit me. So it was a good opportunity to wear it. Oh yeah, definitely show us your magical readathon pages in the Discord, Yogs. That'd be awesome. About there. About there. Oh no. It's alright, we fixed it. Oh, that's kind of cute. A splodge. An artistic splodge. Let's use this again. Have I done quarters? I have done quarters. Look at me go. So I'm just going to work out. Where are they? Oh, they're the half spaces. Okay. So this line is if I have divided the page into quarters vertically. That's just going to tell me which spaces will be which for the weeklies. It's not really even because it means that the top and bottom spaces will have more planning room than these ones, but it all comes out in the wash, you know. I'm just making this line really light because I'm gonna erase it anyway, but I can see it. Just catching up on the chat. Anyone want to come work for you, Shima? That depends. Being kicked by a 4-year-old missing her mum. I don't know if I'm cut out for that. My apologies. I don't think I'm applying for this job. Oh, Sarah Beth. I prefer reading books with my eyeballs, but I read more books on audio because that's what I have time for. So that's my qualifier. Do we think this is going to be too big? Because it'll be like a big M. In terms of dots, it's going to be about 3 dot grid spaces tall and the same wide. So, Oh, hey Binks, thanks. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, look, audiobooks are so freaking convenient. I'm never going to say that I don't like them because, my God, they have enriched my life so much. But I do think sometimes the experience of audio, depending on the narrator, can be... it can detract from the story if you don't like listening to the person. I'm just going to stamp one of these on some scrap and see how it looks. That might be too small. This is different paper, so... Oh, I don't know if I like that as much as I expected. I feel like it's missing a bit. Like it needs that sort of thing to balance it out. Like there's no serif on the top of the M. Let me zoom you in a little. I feel like that's going to make it easier to see. Groovy. Oh, capital and number only is a good idea. I have the Magical Readathon instructional video from a couple of years open in a tab, but I just haven't got around to watching it yet. So I'm like, I don't know if I like that M either. Let's try a different letter. It might be a little bit more of a modern theme kind of a vibe than a vintage looking one. That's how I'm feeling. What's the T like? No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. I'm glad we did a test run because I would have been sad if that was on my page. Interesting. Interesting. The other option is that I just letter them with a brush marker, which is more consistent to the theme, to be honest, because that's what we've done elsewhere instead of stamps. It will also take less time. These are from JOURNALSAY, Ali. I just got these yesterday. They just arrived yesterday. I bought them. These were not gifted. I paid for these ones because I'm teaching a couple of workshops in October. It does look really blobby, Selena. I agree. Not sold. I thought they might be fun for this workshop, one of the workshops, or for people to just use stuff. Anyway, I'm thinking, do we just go with the pen? Maybe we just go with the pen. Yeah, potentially they might look better also. It could be the paint marker is too juicy and they would look better with black. Since everybody's liking the look of them in the box, let's give that a go just so that you know what you're looking at and can make an informed purchase decision. So I'm going to do the same letters for comparison. This is with a stamp pad. It's definitely clearer, but I still don't know if I like it. Personally, I think with the right theme it would be okay, but I don't like it for today. You know? You're definitely getting a lot more definition in these florals though. It's really, really fine detail. So the stamp pad ink is showing those up a lot better. Use them as a reference. Not today. I do not have the brain power for that, but maybe at some point in the future. No, the workshops are in Brisbane. I'm actually going to be teaching 2 workshops at the Brisbane Craft and Quilting Fair. I am going to the UK in October, but not until the second half of October, and the workshops will be in the first half, like a week before I go. Bye, Shima! Have a wonderful day! I think we're just gonna roll with the Fure Makase today. I think that is the vibe. And we're going to start with the 9th. And then maybe... Oh, someone is cooking something and it smells very good. Maybe I'll come back with some of the smaller bits of the tape and add little details if there are any. This one's a fairly chunky tape design, which I like actually. Makes it kind of efficient. I am so looking forward to my trip to the UK, Kimberly, and I will message you about oh goodness me, about potentially being able to catch up while I'm there. I would love to see you. Oh, hi Koi. I hope you're doing okay too. No worries at all, Binks, thanks. I understand you must look after your fur babies. All right. No, this is good. I think this was a good choice. Tuesday. I never know how to do my W's. They're not my strongest letter. I'm gonna try a different one. I'm losing my angle. I'm also getting lazy and not getting my thin upstroke. I tend to get like this on the weeklies though, where I'm just like, it doesn't matter as long as it's done. Especially at the bottom of the page where your hand falls off a cliff. That'll help. Might be a little too high, but that's okay. Oh, that feels weird. Feels like lettering from a hovercraft. Oh, but it looks okay. Huh. Yeah, W and M, I agree. Difficult ones. Hi, Steffi. All right. I think I'm going to keep my lettering to the outside edge, which is going to be difficult because I don't know how much room I'm going to need. Apparently I'm getting bigger as I write each one. We're doing Friday, aren't we? Maybe I should put my numbers down first on this side. Nine. Can we squeeze a little? Oh, it's a Friday the 13th. Interesting. Okay. Can't talk and letter at the same time or I'll write the wrong thing. Yes, my reading journal is getting chunky. Yogs, I am going to use it all the way to the end. At the end is probably going to be the end of September, so I'm going to need to start a new reading journal like in a few weeks. Each one of these is a little bit different. Oh well. And then we're going to do notes down here. What is this? Why are you giving me music with vocals? That is not what I usually go for. Here we go. Let's try again. Look, that's like a functional weekly right there. It doesn't really need anything else to work. Just gonna let that dry down a little for a sec. Catch up on the chat. Oh, that is so fair, Jen. Go easy on yourself. Oh, it's great, isn't it, Sarah Beth, when the letter you struggle with is the one that you need to write frequently because it's in your name. I think I go okay on a capital E, but it will. My grandmother's name also started with an E, and she had the most beautiful penmanship. And I feel like my E will never measure up to her E. Oh, you got married on a Friday the 13th. That's a cool wedding date. Thanks, Selena. Marie, when you say you have tea, do you mean in the traditional sense, in that you are in possession of a cup of tea, or are you saying I have news? I'm going to spill some tea, because it means so many things these days. Okay, hopefully I can get rid of these little pencil marks. They're barely visible, honestly, but you know, I will banish them nonetheless. Oh yeah, we're good. We've dried down enough that that's not smeary. Cool. Do I add flowers, or is that tempting fate? I've done that before, haven't I? Didn't we do one last month where I was like, I want to change it, and you guys were like, no, it's good, leave it. And so I did. This one. Oh, yeah, look, that's more decorated than this is. Well, do you know what I didn't get out? I was like, I'll just get out all of my stuff. I didn't get these out. The stars and moons and the leafy leaves, which I could just do. Back in undetectable. That's a good thing, right? That's exciting. Is that a good thing? I hope that's a good thing. Tea and chocolate. Wow, Jen, that's a good day. Oh, I was once a bridesmaid in a Halloween wedding, but it wasn't like remotely Halloween themed or anything. It was just that was the day that they got married. Do you know what? I think that's kind of cute to just add a little. Lee says more pretty. Sarah Beth says leafy leaves. You reckon leafy leaves? Let's have a look. Let's audition some leafy leaves. This is how I talk about things. English, who needs it? I do also like the leafy leaves. The other thing we could do is just like a little patch. We could even alternate. We could do leaf stars, and just do like a little strip of it, and then still leave plenty of room for plans, potentially. I think I'm vibing the sparkles though. Just like a little spray of sparklies, and then we can trim the edges to make it fit the shape. Hi, Kelly. I'm torn. Do you know what? Let's just do it and let's commit to this. Where did I put my scissors? And I'll just do like segments. We'll just do little segments. And that way I can't go too hard. Theoretically, this will avoid regret. So, story time. I cut my thumb open. When was that? Tuesday night? It looks like a big old paper cut. I actually cut it on a sour cream container. And like just on the lid. And it's exactly in the spot where I flick my washi tapes and my stickers to try and get them off their backing. So for a couple of days there, I was really struggling. But we're good now. And then I sliced the front on some wire yesterday. So I'm just all about them injuries on specifically my right thumb at the moment. And because of it, usually this is my superpower. Usually I have no trouble separating things from their backings, but that is not so at the moment. And I'm really uncoordinated. No, not the foil, the like plastic lid that goes over the top of the foil. And I went, well, that's unfortunate. We might have to do the old washi tape method if this won't listen to me. I usually just go for like a flat part of the tape and give it a good flick and things separate, but today is not that day. So what I'm gonna do instead, just stick some washi tape to it. I'm doing this deliberately over the top of the PET tape that's on my page because it's not gonna stick to that too well. But then presumably, when I peel this back, oh, it didn't work. It's almost like Cricut transfer tape, you know? Let's try the corner. Stars on this weekly and leaves next weekly. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I will take all of those hugs. It's like, it's not painful anymore or anything. It's completely, like, fine. Just a little bit, this feels a bit funky trying to peel up stickers now, even though it's closed. Maybe the stars are trying to tell me they don't want to be on this layout. Oh, I had it for a second. Oh, there we go. Gosh, that was a mission. It's not usually that hard. Little sparkle. Now let's do it again. Yeah. If I could do the Muttley voice, I would. Yeah. That would be my instinct too, Sarah Beth. See, this one's fine. This one's happy to help. Isn't that funny? This will be up here. So let's actually just chop it about there. And I'm going to take off this corner. But besides that, it's just going to be layered over another PET tape, so there's probably not much point in like cutting it down too much further, except to take off this sharp bit. The snicker of Muttley. Exactly. I always wish I could do that convincingly. I cannot. I'm definitely not a voices person. Did I put that back? No, it's right here. A little bit more. That'll do. The other thing I could add. So I have a gold pen over here that would work pretty well. Just add a little underline on each one in gold, and that's just going to bring a little pop, just a little bit to the page. I think we might do that. Well, just a little gold underline. Let me roll this up so I don't get confused about what I'm holding. Maybe you on the next one. There are people with games. Oh, Jen beat me to it. And stories to tell. Open wide. Come inside. Weekly live stream. Not trying to say I'm the new play school. I would not be that presumptuous. I was hoping I could find my little brass ruler. But I never do know where I've left things. We'll just roll with the one that's already out. Now, this is a paint marker, which means it's opaque. That's the wrong end of the paint marker. And that makes me think I need to skip where the line would touch the lettering, because otherwise it's going to cover it. So we're going to do those ones, since this was indeed an afterthought. Oh, I like it. Yeah, it's really just the subtlest little detail, but it ties the color scheme together. And then do you know what we can do? Is some little dotty sparkles about, if we want, only if we like, if we feel like it. Apparently I lettered that one in a upward direction. Yeah, I like it. Oh, hey Mia. Team South Africa represent today. This is great. I hope the heat's not too terrible, but glad you're enjoying the Ravenclaw colours. Yeah, I think it does too, Yogs. I really like it. It's nice. Does anyone know, just further to Yogani's question there, does anyone know where you can get square journals besides Archer and Olive? Has anybody found a place to source those? Because Archer and Olive's the only one I know of, but that doesn't mean that they're the only ones. I am just going to pull you generally towards me, because I feel like I keep creeping the journal towards me and then it goes out of frame. I think that's good. We could do some tiny little sparkles about, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. It's pretty good. Oh, Scribble and Dot from Amazon. Okay, that's a good one. It's the only other one you could find. Yeah, fair enough. Whoop. This one will be... Ah, now that one I had worked out that I wanted to do a Radial weekly. The others I have not given myself any kind of a heading, so we're just going to work it out as we go. But what I'm thinking, we've already done the Ruthie squares, so maybe we do like some offset columns. Thanks, Ali. Thanks, Sharon. Hello, Kelly. I've missed you. You must have been busy, and that is fine. You were well within your rights to be busy. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll do like a vertical column kind of a thing. Could be really fun. Could be really fun. So if that's the halfway point on the page, I did columns last month, didn't I? So many memory keepings in between. How did I do them? 5 spaces wide with 1 in between and 3 left over. So oh yeah, and that's 13. Maybe we'll just copy that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a space. In which case the center line was unnecessary. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a space. But what I'm thinking is that we do, say we start the first one here. We're going to alternate where they sit. So if I want it to be, say 20 spaces tall, and then the second one I still want to be 20, but I want it to start from further down the page. Wait, where's the middle? This way. Here. And we've got 8 below, 12 above, then we're going to have 12 below, to here, and 8 above. Maths. And that's where my boxes will go. And then I can pretty around that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here. Coming together. Ferris Wheel Press have some. Interesting. Oh, I'm so glad you like October in the Mystery Journal, Sarah Beth. I like that one too. I'm not getting your reference, Marie. My head went to that Arnold Schwarzenegger video. Down, up. Come on, more energy. So what I'm thinking, 2, 3, 4, 5, after this, once I've worked out where all of this sits, is we do the offsetty lines thing with the 491, which I got out specifically so that it would be ready. Did I put it away again by accident? Because I was tidying up. Probably. That's funny. Here, pen, 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 pen. I called it and it came to me. What are the odds of that? Oh, I don't think I know that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This means that the bottom one will be empty. Maybe I just add one more to each so that top and bottom will both have. You're playing me this song again. I told you not to do this. This is always fun because like it barely shows up on camera, but it looks so good in person. Yes, we're going to do one more line on all of them just to make sure that it finishes up, but sometimes it's hard to remove the pencil lines from under the marker, so I'm just going to get rid of that first. The edges are okay, but you know. Columns. Did anyone ever play the video game Columns? Man, I love that game. Where the, kind of like Tetris with the falling blocks, except you match colors rather than shapes. Fun. I've got the wrong window in the front. I couldn't agree with you more, Jeannie, about lined paper being the worst. It's funny, isn't it, how you spend most of your life, or at least I did, not really knowing anything else, and then once you go dot grid, it's really hard to go back to anything else, ever. I've lined these up wrong. Oh well, this page is just going to be one dot grid higher than everything on the other side. And it's not because the dots in the journal don't line up, they do. It's just because I was sitting back here, and sometimes you need to be like right on top of the journal to see what you're doing. But you don't need my head to be in the shot like all of the time. Wait, this one was correct. So I've just made this one a box higher, but do you know what? It's only got to get me through a week. I don't know if I care. I think it might be fine. All right, blue lines complete. I do not want lyrics in my lo-fi background music, thank you. All right, let's get rid of these pencil lines and really see what we're working with here. Cool. It's not perfect, but it will do just fine. I have a couple of little bits off cut already that might come in handy, but I'm thinking what'd be really cool would be to just have like a fairly thin strip, I think, of gold paper, top and bottom, and then see how these ones have kind of got natural rises and falls in them that can mimic the shape of where the calendar boxes go. That's what I'm thinking. I think that'd be fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of the big ones out. Oops. Oh yeah, the gold leaves. Hi Daisy's Designs. It's exciting. Okay. Oh, I think I didn't blink for a while. I just closed my eyes and my eyes went, ah, I needed that. Try and get some use out of the other bit that I just cut off for this as well. But the beauty of these ones, and yes, you're right, I do think we could have some of the pretty gold. Just lost the sticky bit that I was using to keep this closed. The pretty leaves. Thank you for reminding me about the pretty leaves. I don't want to bring them up too high because, wait, it was this one, wasn't it? Because then the these bits will start to cover the bottom of some of the planning boxes, so I don't want them to eat into that planning space, because when it's this narrow I might need all of that potentially. So maybe we'll start with this bad boy. Is that going to be too much? Because these two together, that's getting pretty busy, but I did do it earlier. I know I did it, yeah, here. No, do you know what? I'll just go for it because the last spread was super minimal. Maybe I do. Once again, I've already messed up the spacing on this page, so who cares? We could cut the leaves in half. In fact, maybe we should, because they're gonna get mostly covered by some paper anyway. It's gonna be a little bit fiddly, but that's all right. If need be, I will tape it down. Yeah, we're going to need to tape it down. Maybe I'll just, yeah, that'll hold it. Oh, I was going to reuse that bit of tape, but I tore it up. Never mind. I'll use a new bit. Where's my other one? Oop, that's wonky. One more time. This is particularly difficult with the tape already on there. Such concentration. Look, close enough. Sometimes I do struggle with the orientation a little bit, Mia. This one doesn't bother me going horizontally, but there are some other things, like, for instance, my friend Judy gave me a couple of tapes on the weekend, and this one I love. I'm obsessed. It's from Notebook Therapy's Lucky Bag from last year, but yeah, this is one of those for me. This I feel is fine this way, and this is fine this way, but these ones make me want to make it vertical. So the times I've used this tape, I've always used it vertically. And it looks like it's designed to be able to go both ways because the design does go both ways, but nope. I will not be fussy cutting the flowers. I do not have the patience. Simply, I'm not that person. I will cut somewhat to the shape of the flower, but I don't get technical about it. So I'm gonna put this to about here, I think, which is the leaving one dot grid space at the bottom. Hopefully I can peel this up easier than last time. Come on, fingers. All right. Did I cut that too far over? Yep, not cut, placed it too far over. Cool. Nope, they have to go the same way. Those parts don't connect. That's where you live. Is anyone else also journaling on this fine evening for me? Potentially not evening for you? And if so, please let me know what you're working on, because I always love the idea that we're working on stuff together on other sides of the world. Do you know what? That's kind of pretty on its own. I'm not going to leave it there, but I do think it's quite nice. Oh, that one came off great. It's almost like a groove you've got to get into. I left one dot grid space at the bottom, but I do have a little bit more room at the top, so 1, 2, yeah. I'll base my spacing on how far away it is from the functional element rather than the page edge. That is actually so pretty on its own. Finished the Page Mages book already. Look at you go. I haven't even downloaded it yet. I gotta get onto that. I haven't been reading though. I didn't read anything at all yesterday. Currently at work. Fair enough, Ali. Fair enough. I hope I'm not distracting you too much. Tidying up your journaling desk. What a noble pursuit that is. Working in the morning. Sketching out your October. Nice, Emma. I'm planning to do a bit of that tomorrow too. Speaking of tomorrow, tomorrow's video is going to be a fun one because I am going to spoil the entirety of this little bad boy. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I'm really happy with the video. I tried to make it really cute and spooky season, and I think you might enjoy it. I just have that feeling. Catching up in your finance journal. Nice, Jeannie. I did some of that today too. I was well behind on the finance journal. Ooh, sorry. Didn't mean to bash the camera. Where am I here? How much page space have we got? I keep feeling like I need to just chop bits of this down to make it more usable. I have better scissors than this for cutting large areas. Here we go. The leaves are really pretty, aren't they? I agree. So, okay, I guess that brings us to an option. No, see, I think that's too busy. I think this is going to ground it. And this is just going to be a really small stretch of gold. My edges here are not especially straight, so for the sake of my own sanity, give myself a straight edge. Take another. Here we go, that'll help. And I want this to be, I want it to kind of kiss the bottom of this, but I don't want it to come too much higher than that, so just have to be a bit careful about where I'm tearing. Uneven is totally fine, as long as it's not too tall. Bye, Ali. I hope you have a great day. Working on staying awake. Oh, seriously, Jack, if you're tired and you feel like going to bed, you should go to bed. That's what you should do. Live stream time versus sleep time, I would understand. Truly. Give this a little indicative snip. Cool, stick those down before I forget where they're meant to go. Oh, thank you, Daisy. Do you know what? I may have made it look better than it is. It is beside me at the moment. In fact, I am currently halfway through unpicking some stuff because the fabric I chose is very, very, very lightweight. And the zip I put in it is kind of too heavy and I didn't do a very good job of it. And the skirt's too big. So at the moment I'm like troubleshooting. I got some advice from my mum because she sewed more than me. And she has suggested that I move the zip to the back instead and add a new seam that wasn't there. So that if the zip is heavy, it's not dragging down one side of the skirt, you know? She's wonderful. My mum is full of great advice. But it's not quite to wearable yet. But it will be. When it does, I'm going to wear the heck out of it. I actually bought this one on Shein, to be honest. It's not the best quality either, like the blade thing just falls out, but it has lasted me pretty well. I've replaced these once because it was starting to get a bit blunt. JOURNALSAY sell one that is basically the same. Definitely wasn't an expensive one. There's a little gap there, but I think I'm alright with it because we're going to put flowers in places anyway. Just somewhat match it up with this because that's where it's going to sit anyway. I actually have like a proper full-scale guillotine thingy that has like the choppy action like this, but I lent it to someone back in like March or April and I haven't got it back yet, so I will use it when I have it, but I don't have it. You know what, it's always the way when you lend something to somebody and you're like, I never use it, it'll be totally fine, and as soon as you lend something out, all of the projects that you never had before that you would need the thing for suddenly arise. It seems to depend on the paper. Regular paper like this one has no trouble with. Some of the handmade papers it has ripped before, or stuff that's too thick for it, but it seems to go okay. I don't not recommend it. I think it goes alright. And this one I trialed over here and that seemed to go pretty well there. So I think we might just commit to that, but cut off the bottom somewhat, like from this leaf. I'm gonna use this thing again for that because it's real fast. And then I'll be able to reuse this part somewhere else. Funny like that, isn't it? That's Hod's law. I like that. Definitely Murphy, someone. I think there was a Murphy in my family, so it would make sense if I was somehow related to Murphy and Murphy's law. Okay. Yes, it's looking cute. Real cute. I'm considering having this sit across. Nah, I want it on the edge. There's not as much dark blue in this piece that I'm trimming down now, which makes me think either I will source one from elsewhere or we'll just make it like lighter colors, darker colors. We'll put some of the dark up here to balance it, you know? Probably do a bit more half chopping. It's so their fault, yes. It is my paternal grandmother's fault. I'll take that. We could fill it in, or we could not. I don't know, I'm getting tired. This one's got lots of little spray bits, but it is generally quite a bit reachier. So maybe we put it on the corner. Reachier, that's totally a thing. You know what I mean. It protrudes in ways that don't wrap around my functional elements. Not quite like the other one did. And then I ended up placing it so it only sort of did that anyway, but that's fine. This could be separated out into several little bits, really. Haven't got my hands on any of the Kiss Cut PET tapes yet, but excited at the idea. I'm gonna chop it just after the gold splodgies. I know what that means. And it goes a little something like this, yeah. Yeah, when the waterfall tabs don't go well. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Rit. I had forgotten about them. These two. I put them where I could see them and then it didn't help. Yeah, the waterfall tabs are a bit of a process. And sometimes also, if your journal... if the dots don't line up nicely from one page to the next, the journal won't let you do it. I've had that problem before where I went to do waterfall tabs and they just didn't work because the journal was not like badly made, but it was made in a way where it really prohibited that, which is unfortunate. I think I like that there, but I'm gonna go ahead and put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays down first in case it covers it, because technically that's kind of part of the functional space, but I can just letter that and then like move on. So Monday the 16th. Sometimes I just like to check them against the calendar. Yeah, okay, cool. To make sure I've got the right days. Going back to my usual W. Oh, I've added bits to one of the ones, so now I need to add it to all of them. I'm just gonna Saturday, Sunday, so that I don't accidentally number it. Cool, cool, cool. No doubt, no doubt. Will I be getting myself an advent calendar this year? Besides this one? This is a Halloween advent calendar. So I've got one already. So far I am getting one more, but I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you about it yet. So I will zip it just in case. Don't forget the thingies. I won't forget the thingies. Wow, I really feel like... I think Brisbane's been really polluted this week. The last couple of weeks, maybe. Oh man, ow. Also, I've got really sore leg muscles. I did some weightlifting yesterday and they hurt. I feel like Brisbane's been really... yeah, the air's been kind of scratchy. Maybe it's hazard reduction burning smoke in the air or something. I don't know. It doesn't smell smoky, but I feel like it's really affecting my eyeballs. They hurt. Now, we all know I'm not Little Miss Butterfly, but when it fits in a pocket, sometimes I could be less butterfly averse. This one most certainly does seem to fit in a pocket. Although I tested it on that side, I'm actually going to put it over here. Okay, then I've got 2 other advent calendars definitely in the works. The one that Kimberly's talking about though is going to be a really fun, like, DIY advent calendar kind of a situation. I'm really excited about that. I have been hoarding stuff, Kimberly. Everything I get now, I'm like, oh, I wonder if this would be a fun advent calendar. Or I'll be like out somewhere and I'll be like, ooh, that could be really fun in an advent calendar. But I'm like trying not to go too hard too early. Oh, it's horrible, Marie, isn't it? And my skin's been like dry. My eyes hurt. Like, Brisbane, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? I have this prescription nasal spray that I usually take once a day to help with allergies. Like, the old, like, antihistamine tablets don't do it for me anymore. And I usually take it once a day. I've had to bump it up to twice because this is just, like, a level of uncomfortable. And I have this little cough because of it too, and it's bugging me. All right, where are we? This is looking cute. Hey, yeah, dig it. I dig it. We'll need to. I am not allergic to cats, or if I were, I would assume that I have had quite enough exposure therapy to really mitigate that. Hi, Antonella. How you doing? Oh, hi, Tasha Creates. Your username is really fun. I just had to say it like how it's written. But I feel like with the spaces in between the letters of Creates, I could do something more interesting than just saying Creates. Like, what if we made that a whisper? What if we made it Tasha Creates? That's about as much ASMR as you're ever going to get out of me. As I was doing it, I cringed. Let's not do that again. I am not the ASMR gal. I do not have it in me. Oh, I think I took some of the page off just then. Yet somehow didn't get the bit of PET tape I was trying to trim off. Here we go, approximately. It's coming together. We just need a bit here to kind of link this. Maybe some bits. We need some bits. What bits have we got? Just gonna separate these because I think there's kind of 3 bits, for lack of a better word, and then I can work out how they're gonna fit. We'll adjust accordingly. Hot tea with lemon and honey, yeah, it will help. It'll always be kind of temporary though, while ever the air is like this. A general scratchiness. That's not bad. What if we do... Lots of little going on. What if we put this one down here? Yeah, I like that. To just kind of bridge these two. And cool, so we'll chop it off just below the gold stamen. Is that what they're called? 12 in Perth. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Welcome back, Ali. Was it a good meeting? Oh, I'm so jealous. We had like, what, probably like 25 today? Hi, Bella Stella. Thanks for joining me. I'm so excited that you can jump in on a live so soon. Top of 24 today, apparently, which, hey Siri, what's 24 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
That would be 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's what we got today. I think some parts of the Southern Hemisphere get some, yeah, what Tasha said. Melbourne gets all of the seasons immediately. Oh, the person you were meeting didn't turn up. No shows. We don't enjoy a no show. Well, I don't enjoy a no show. I think I tried that already and I did like it, but I think we can do better. Like a little something like that, I'm digging. Also, I did just abandon one in my little cutting machine, although I don't know how useful that is. It's kind of just the end. Something kind of like that. It's a puzzle. Sometimes I have to stop and, oh, right, sorry, I didn't realize how much glare was going on screen for you. Okay, if I chop it off just on the edge of the petal, nearly said leaf. What if we do that? That'll link it. Although then we'll have double butterflies. Maybe we don't want double butterflies necessarily. Maybe that's better. Yeah. I think to get that placement right, I'm gonna have to cut this one on the page. I wasn't going for that part so much. Tried to pick up a bit and it stuck to me. Get off. There we go. Oh, I'm glad your daughter likes the butterfly. It's pretty cute. I'm not usually super keen on butterflies, but I make exceptions sometimes. And I think we might just wrap that in here. It's got a little pointy bit that we don't need. Might actually, for this one, I do kind of feel like it needs something in this corner. And I have used all of my bits. So we may have to go back to the drawing board. So there's a little bird just chilling right here at the end of the tape. And he'll fit there perfectly. Good on you, buddy. Nice. There we have it. Spread 2. Pretty good. That's going to get us up to the 22nd. That's wild. Which means there's only one more weekly. We might as well do it, right? And we'll be all set for September. But what do we do? That is the question. Well, what if we do... I have an idea. Just checking how much I've crossed the binding in this book. It seems like it's holding up okay. Oh yeah, it's bound really well. We can do more. I'm thinking we do the decoration down the middle and add the weeklies as boxes on the outsides, but that means we do the decoration somewhat first. I am Bruce from Finding Nemo, Kelly. I'm thinking we do strip. So this is going to be kind of like, if we go way back, this one, where the decoration is through here. But we'll probably not make it slanty this time. We'll make it more straight up and down, you know? Which means you'll probably just chop it on this line right here. And then a little bit off the bottom, but it's wonky. So we'll hopefully just trust. Oh, next door's kitty cat is asking to go inside. And then I'm gonna give it another chop just for sizing reasons. And then we tear. Fish are friends, not food. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. Did you flood, Jen? Yardfish? Is that what you mean? Oh, chicken. I see. Oh my god. I remember that that like bit of that reality show, Jessica Simpson. I feel like that's the most memorable part of that show, was what they put on the ad. I listened to a podcast about that once. Oh, it just nearly launched off my desk because it hooked onto my tripod leg. That's so funny. Cool, so this is gonna sit down the middle, approximately. Just gonna fold it so I have some reference, kinda. And then what I'm gonna do is just add glue tape to one side, stick that down, and then do the other side. So we might do that side first. Try and get a bit kind of close to the binding so that it sticks down really well there. It's probably going a bit overboard on the glue tape, but should be right. And when we add our pretty blue flowers, I'll just make sure I cover this crease up here. Oh, wrong side. Nope, no it wasn't. Just wasn't holding it on the right angle. No, don't be bendy. It's not fun. Trying to make sure I get a lot down this torn edge too so that it stays down on the page. It doesn't lift up, because once you start putting PET tape over it, sometimes that just makes the whole thing lift up. Am I over gluing? Probably. Am I going to keep doing it? Yes. This one might be running out. Yep, I just finished this tape. Sad. That's okay. We will prevail. Where's my smushy? Oh, flinging stuff everywhere. Hi, Kate. I'm glad you like it what you see. She'll be right, mate. I'm glad you agree there's no such thing as going overboard on glue tape. That makes me happy. All right, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second and let them like rest for a bit. There we go. Okay. My goodness. Do you know what? We could be the laziest of lazy. Just do that. I think I'm gonna, but this way so that the darker flowers are towards the bottom. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Chop a bit, and then up to just the very tip of this white flower. Excuse me, get in there. Lazy feels right. Thanks, Brenda, for validating me. I agree. It's going to make my life so much easier. I'm not even going to cut the edges down. I think I'm just going to put it in a solid strip. Really going through this tape, which is good. I like using stuff up. Oh, I know I said that, but do we like it better this way? No, no. Heavier, lower. Woo. Okay, I'm just gonna... Ugh. There we go. Just to line it up with the top. Sorry about that. Now we should be fine. This is going to be one of those moments where I might need to cut the middle of the page just to make sure that it really like can still turn, because I think I'm doing this a little too tight. This is not going well at all. Here's me saying this will be easier. No, 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 no. Lies. Do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah, that's what. How can I ruin the illusion that I'm just a voice with arms? The disembodied voice of your conscience. That's me. Gosh, that made it easier. That's my tip for you if you're ever trying to stick PET tape in the middle of in a strip like this. Chop it. Make your life easier. She says, immediately wrinkling the PET. There we go. Oh, do you know what? It was all worth it in the end. You guys are the best. You're so funny. Tape will be vanquished. You're absolutely right, Brenda. All right. All right, all right. Oh, please give me one moment. My Mac says it's about to go to sleep unless I plug it in. So let me plug it in. There we go. Power. Don't chop the dinosaur, Daddy. All of the Aussie iconic. Not happy, Jan, etc. I'm thinking stars. Are you guys thinking stars? In a little subsequent, or do we do them outside? Outside stars? Potentially? I don't know. I don't know. While we think about that, let me work out the spacing for these weeklies. Oh, that's pretty stiff. It's gonna need surgery. That's better. I had to cut through the paper as well to get that to really turn comfortably. But we're good now. You like that? You feeling the stars? I think I'm feeling the stars too. I'm just wondering if I draw the boxes first, because they'll, if there are to be lines, they'll be visible. Oh, sorry, that was a noise. They'll be visible through this. So I feel like I should have them down first. But I agree, I think I'm digging the stars, the inside stars. He hated the Jan ad. Fair enough. Fair enough. It'll be the same spacing we did here, won't it? And I have that on the thing right here. Here's one I prepared earlier. except a little different, because if I'm going to put it in boxes properly. Oh, do you know what? Placing the stars down here is also going to keep this edge from getting caught on things. It's going to smush it down. Love that. Love that for us. I feel like I'm just really lapsing into my bogan kind of youth mode today. All right. So what are they? 9.5. 9.5 spaces for my page divisions. Kimmy, look at me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a half. So do we 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a space. And then we have 2 left over. Okay, so if I start that one box down from the top, that might be better. Chris is home. Wait, I have a better eraser. Eight. Oh, I forgot. Here we go. Hello. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna look really pretty, I think. Just give myself a bit of a reference. Am I doing the right lines this time? I hope so. Cool, that'll be good. I forgot that I just went full Kath and Kim for a second there. When I used to do K-pop dance with my K-pop pals, we went out for dinner one time at, I was thinking dark blue, but the dark blue is a brush marker and that's not going to go so well. And I don't think I have a dark blue fine liner, so we're just going to do black. Got these Nikes in black. Brisbane pals will know Eat Street Market, but for those who are not Brisbane pals, it's kind of like a big food truck market that happens every weekend in Brisbane. It's really fun, lots of neon lights and very cool. And I was ordering donuts from the gluten-free donut man because I was gluten-free at the time. And he asked me my name and I guess I went, Erin, but with less of a gap in between the two. Because you know when you're not expecting that to be their system for how they get you food, you think they'll give you a little buzzy number or whatever. I went, Erin, and he wrote Marin on my paper bag. And from that point onward, Marin became my like ultra Australian alter ego for whenever the accent started to slip out a bit, because I definitely sounded a bit more bogan when I was younger. Like I have little old VHS videos from high school where I sound a bit different to now. I didn't realize that Brisbane had an accent and I've adopted it, but there you go. So you heard a little bit of Marin just then. Erin. That's me. Oh, that's fair, Tasha. I only know the older groups, so it's really funny because a lot of the groups that I still think of as new are groups that are like celebrating 10-year anniversaries and stuff now, and I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Excuse me, sorry. I was definitely second gen K-pop girly. And if you know where to look on the internet, there are literally hundreds of videos of my K-pop dance group doing stuff, performances and classes and all that goodness, but you'll have to go hunting. Oh, this is so pretty. I like this one. This one might be my favorite so far. Not so far. This is going to be the last one. Oh no, I said I was going to drink all my water and I didn't drink all my water. I've got that sometimes too, Marie. People are like, where are you from? And you're like, Northern New South Wales, like across the border, but only just. What do you mean, where am I from? Here. So funny. Not for a while though. I haven't been asked that in a while. Question. Because I thought about this last time. We did a similar weekly setup. Where is it? I've lost it. This one. I don't have the stickers this time to do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but we did stamp the big numbers and I think it looks cool. Do we do big gold numbers? And if so, do I just letter the Monday, Tuesday, etc. on top? Pink Venom. I don't know that one. Let me retrieve the stamps in case we say yes. Sharon's given us a vehement yes. Is this the one with the numbers or is it the lowercase? It's the lowercase. Also, these stamps, by the way, Aussie, well, Brisbane pals. Yeah, I think I will letter in blue. Brisbane pals, if you like these are from Spotlight, and I think tomorrow is the last day. Mount Gravatt Spotlight is closing down, and I was in there on the weekend and they had these for sale 40% off. So if you like them, you can get them there. Definitely big numbers. All right, groovy. I didn't need these. I don't know why I got them out. But I do need this. And I have a smaller one of these and I don't know where it is. So we're going from 23. I wonder if I should letter first, because then I'll have a better idea of how much space I'm using. I think maybe that's a good idea. We'll put it on the second row. I'm going to try and keep it more consistently sized than I did on the first spread that we set up in this live. Let's try and do that W again. No, it just doesn't. It doesn't. Forgot how to spell Wednesday for a second there. Outside? I'm doing a lot of flipping back. Yeah, outside. Oh, Cami, that's really sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, the new spot's in, like, is it more towards Sunnybank, like Kessels Road? I don't know. It does save some time, but yeah, it's a little bit messy, Tasha. It's like, gets a little bit on your fingers sometimes. I'm gonna do it with the paint marker this time because I want the gold and I don't have a stamp pad that's the right color. What did I do for the notes section last time? Oh, I put a mushroom there. Okay, so a little flower. That feels like it's too obvious. Do you know what? I have some floral stamps that might work. Yeah, just wondering what part of Kessels Road, because Kessels Road's kind of hard to get around because it's divided in the middle, so there's lots of U-turns required. Oh, Harvey Norman's leaving Garden City. Interesting. I mean, Westfield Mount Gravatt. I'll never get used to that. When shopping centres change their names, how dare they? Especially ones that you semi-regularly shoot for. 23. Wow, that's a big... let's not talk about shopping centres, Erin. That's boring for the people who aren't from here. Okay. Pretty. That will do nicely. Just gonna take that right off, make it a bit easier on myself. How are we looking here? Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. Where is my 5? Here it is. Wow, my brain is starting to stop working. It is nearly 9 p.m. I guess that's understandable. Yeah. Oops, nearly took the wrong stamp off. $26. Oh, that's a bit wonky. fixed it. The paint marker doesn't work super well on silicone stamps. Definitely works better on like wooden stamps with a little rubber backing, but it's okay. Nearly there. Just need to not try to stamp a number in the notes part. You definitely can get some of these at Spotlight. I think I got this really big one from JOURNALSAY, but Spotlight would have them for sure. Probably listed online. Okay, we're nearly there. Yeah, I feel like it depends on the size of the stamps too a little bit. These ones, this is about the biggest you can go before the marker starts to dry down for me, and it kind of like, it doesn't want to stick to the silicone with this kind of, it's a paint, it's like acrylic paint marker, but it's water-based. Definitely works better with like the oil-based ink pads, but I don't have one that's the right gold, so we persist. Now, what I'm thinking is that I will have a pretty stamp that I can substitute into that area, but I don't want it to be anything too detailed because like it's got to look like it somewhat matches the numbers. I don't think anything from the fantasy fiction one would be the go. Practical Magic likewise. This is the book genres one. I think they're a little too detailed. What do you got for me? Notebook Therapy. So like we could just do this little rose maybe. And that's gonna give it something without, oh, she's dirty. Okay. Just a little something something. Ba-ba! Works so much better on this kind of stamp, but I think that's cute. Let's get the extra off. That's the Notebook Therapy Vintage Rose stamp set, in case you are curious. What I haven't done yet is pencil line removal. And the stars. Oh. What? Okay. Starry, starry tape. Sit alongside my design. And I can't decide how much of it I want. I've just lost a clip off my desk, that's okay. I think I do want to chop it. Oh, maybe I like the layers. Let me look on the screen. It is a little scary watching this year go really fast, isn't it? I agree, Mia. No, do you know what? I'm feeling lazy, pals. I'm just gonna put it down as it is. I'm ready to go eat some dinner and get ready for bed. Just below this star. Yeah. No, I'm gonna be a rebel, Cammy. I'm not gonna cut it in half. I'm just gonna go for it. Assuming I can get it off its backing. Battling a migraine, that sucks. Oh, that never occurred to me, Rambling Perry. Can you smush it back together after that? I had it the other way before. For some reason I like that direction for the moons. The butterfly is flying behind the moon, and that is just the way it's gonna be. This is a butterfly that wants to be a lunar moth. Huh, that's cool that you can reassemble it. I had never tried that. Love it. I do kind of feel like I'll lose bits of it if I do that though. I suppose you just smush it back together right after. Next. Do I want all my moons going the same direction, or do I want them all facing out? Dilemmas. Ow. Stab self with fingers. With fingers. That's what this is. That's what I'm cutting with fingers. Yeah. Stab self with scissors. I am crashing. I like using tapes up. I figure if I run out of one, it means I have room to keep another. That's outward. Outward moons. I think I like outward moons. Yeah. Sparkly. Banchak, banchak. Nuni busho. No, 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 no. Cute. That was a K-pop reference, in case I didn't make that clear. Okay. Shall we recap? We began here, after the one that I had already done. We did this. It's minimalistic. We had to warm up, apparently. And we did this. I like this. This is cute, but this is my favorite. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for your input, for your advice, for your company. This was great. This is really fun. I hope whatever amount of day you have left is spectacular. I'm going to round off a corner here. Because I did the bottom, but not the top, apparently. Done that with a lot of these pages. Also, when I shut the book, it's like there's a big chunk of gold on this one that just kind of overhangs. But I'll deal with that another day. Another day. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Good night to you and your entire family also. Your husband and your fluffies. Bye. Or good night. Not good night to you, Brenda. I just realized because it's not night for you. Bye, lovelies.